In other real news, School District 57 delivered its sustainability report as promised on January 19th, and the sweeping set of recommendations call for the closure of 15 schools, 14 in Prince George and 1 closer to home.
We spoke to Valemount Secondary Principal Dan Kenkel about what the closures mean for Valemount.
Well, you know, on first glance, I guess it looks like we dodged a bullet. And in a large sense we did. All these recommendations are really about shrinking tax base, shrinking dollar, and trying to do more with less, and trying to be leaner, more efficient, and at the same time not compromise student achievement and options for kids. That's a tall order. We're an expensive school to run, we know that. And I think in a large case why we have escaped the axe, so to speak, maybe partly due to the fact that closing a school like ours, or like Valemount Elementary, also causes lots of problems for the district. They still have to look at where they transport kids, how they move kids around, how we're going to educate the kids in Valemount. And I think with a beautiful building like this that they would have to keep open for the community part of it, which the community contributed to, you know, the improvements to the gym and the theater. They looked at all of those sort of aspects and said, it makes more sense to keep this school open.
The Dunster Fine Arts School has been recommended for closure. A school in one form or another has existed in Dunster for 95 years.
We spoke to Dunster parent Keith Berg.
We asked Berg if he felt whether the school would be saved this time, as it had in the past.
I can't see it happening just on a local level this time because the school board is so strapped for funds, and I think the problem is really a lot bigger. The problem is that this government that we have right now just has not made education a priority.
So what are the parents planning?
We've got a PAC meeting arranged for 6:30 this evening, and it's basically going to be a brainstorming session where everybody just sits down and puts their ideas out, and we talk about an action plan, and that's about it so far.
Is there the will to fight the decision?
Oh, definitely, yeah. This school's not going to go down without a good fight. And I think we're ready to try to do something to take it province-wide, because that's really where the problem lies. It's not the fault of the school board. The government keeps talking about, well, we've increased funding every year. Well, maybe the discussion should be more about how much funding is enough, not whether or not they're giving more. I mean, the costs and everything keep going up every year too. So maybe the more money that they're giving every year is not even enough to keep up with that. I think we're having a discussion about the wrong thing. We need to talk about what kind of an education we want our kids to have, and then talk about where the funding is coming from. The closure of the school would be a real blow to the whole community. It feels to me that going to larger and larger class sizes, we're kind of heading back to the dark ages of education, and I'm just so thankful that our two kids had the chance to attend this school, you know, and with this amazing teacher-student ratio. It's just they've gotten off to such a good start. If you try to skimp on education, you try to save money by not spending money on education, well, kids are going to fall through the cracks. Then you have to pay big time, a lot more than you would by giving them a good leg up to start with.